Welcome back everyone. Time to do another quick little comparison between the newly announced Xiaomi Mi 11 and the OnePlus 8T. Now this is a quick comparison. Once I get the Mi 11 in-house, I'll do a full comparison against the 8T, but you can pick up the 8T on Amazon right now for pretty much less than $650. So I'll find the cheapest one on Amazon, link it down below. You can get it from there and help support the channel at the same time. Now looking on the front, the OnePlus 8T has a 6.55-inch fluid AMOLED display, and it's a full HD panel. It's 1080p, and it's not like a crazy great panel, but it's really not that bad. It's a whole plus display, and I'm totally okay with it. I think this is a really good panel, and I didn't really find anybody complaining about it this year, which is good. Typically we hear a lot of complaints from a lot of people. Not from me. I'm one of the people who complain a lot, and the panel itself was pretty much what was expected, but it did have a 120Hz refresh rate, which is one thing I think it saved it. It had a bigger display, which is really nice, but that 120Hz refresh rate was a really good asset for it for sure, and that was something I really did appreciate about this device, where the Xiaomi Mi 11 has a bigger 6.81-inch AMOLED display, and this one's a 1440p panel, so theoretically a better looking panel, curved edges, a little bit of bezel on the top and bottom, but not really that much at all. Compared to the AT, it's about the same, and I'll definitely tell you when it comes down to it, it also has the 120Hz refresh rate, which this is another area where this phone just kills it, and both these phones both have 120Hz refresh rates, which are beautiful and something I love seeing on these type of devices. So if you're planning on getting a Xiaomi Mi 11 or OnePlus 8T, you are still going to be maintaining that 120Hz refresh rate, which is really good. Now both of them have USB Type-C ports on the bottom, and on the back, both of them have glass backs. I don't know if the Mi 11 has a frosted glass back. I'm pretty sure it does, but I could be wrong. But both of them have glass backs, and they both are going to feel really premium when it comes down to it. And since we're talking about the back, let's go and hit on the cameras. The OnePlus 8T has a 48 megapixel wide-angle lens, a 16 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, then a 5 megapixel macro lens, then a 2 megapixel depth sensor, while the Xiaomi Mi 11 has a 108 megapixel wide-angle lens, a 13 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, then a 5 megapixel macro lens. And what I can tell you is that, at the end of the day, you're getting more camera sensors on the OnePlus 8T, and I haven't tested the Mi 11 yet to actually get a full understanding. I've owned a couple of Xiaomi phones, but I don't know. I think the Mi 11 is probably going to outperform it because of the ability to shoot 8K videos. The OnePlus 8T does not have any capability of doing that. The Mi 11 does have that, so that's an automatic dub right there in my opinion. But on the front, they both suffer the same problem. They both can only shoot 1080p videos on the front, which I don't understand why they do that. Their megapixel count is pretty good, 16 megapixels on the OnePlus 8T, 20 megapixels on the Mi 11, but still only full HD on the front. I really don't get that. We should be getting like 4K at 30 at the minimum, but we don't have that capability on these phones, so it is what it is, but they both suffer the same thing. But I think the camera would automatically be better on the Mi 11 because of that 8K capability. Now software-wise, this is what I'll tell you. MIUI is something that, it's kind of, I like it a lot, but I still like Oxygen OS. I am a fan of Oxygen OS, and I've always loved it since day one. It's stock, it's just beautiful, and it has a ton of features built in too, which stock Android is already catching up at. But between both, I'm more of a OnePlus, Oxygen OS type of person. But MIUI is still perfectly fine for a lot of people as well. Now, performance-wise, this is another humongous difference. The OnePlus 8T has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chipset with 8 gigs of RAM on the base model and then 12 gigs of RAM on the top tier model, where the Mi 11 has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 chipset and 8 gigs of RAM on the two base models and then 12 gigs of RAM on the top tier model. And because the RAM and everything is so close to one another, I can only look at the Snapdragon chipsets between them and really make the decision that the Mi 11 is probably going to be the faster one when it comes down to it. But the 8T is still going to be extremely capable. It's still going to have a lot of capability when it comes down to it. And I think the only advantage the 8T has is that, first of all, it's still an extremely fast phone. You're not going to notice too many crazy differences, luckily. But because of Oxygen OS and the stock fluidity of it, that is going to add more just, fluidity overall over the Mi 11. But still, I think the Mi 11 is going to be the faster phone when it comes down to it. Now, when they get off with the battery life, the OnePlus 8T has a 4500 mAh battery. The Mi 11 has a 4600 mAh battery, so automatically a couple of differences right there, but the biggest difference in my opinion is that the 8T does not have any wireless charging or reverse wireless charging, where the Mi 11 has both of those things. It has wireless charging and reverse wireless charging, which those things right there are humongous differences for sure. So you're going to see an automatic W for the, Xiaomi Mi 11 there too. So that really pretty much covers up, the whole entire comparison I wanted to do for the most part. Again, I will purchase the Mi 11 if I'm able to, if it can come into my country and, review and compare it there. So that really pretty much covers it up. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.